Alright, this is Michelle from Chong the dog. I've been using the new editing program that YouTube has given me. And I used to say I loved Google so much, but thank you, YouTube. Now that I have a program where if I have an inspiration for any kind of video, it's there at my fingertips. And it comes out incredible. And I didn't have to pay for anything. So I did want to tell YouTube thank you for everything they've done for me because I couldn't afford a program like this. Editing programs, when you're a digital creator, are very hard to come by, especially the good ones. I do want to emphasize in I like making inspirational videos. I don't know what calms me. It's just weird. But I'm glad you guys are enjoying the videos. I'm going to work on some more today because I do like them because I do believe in humanity. I do believe that people should come together. I do believe in all these things. And I'm hoping everybody does because who's going to take care of the animals? If we're not together and balanced, how are the animals supposed to eat? And how's anybody supposed to have a stable house to have the animals? I want to get an animal shelter, folks. I mean, I gotta have stable, happy people to give my animals to. Because I would, if I could, I would just take all the animals and keep them for myself and treat them all good. But I can't. It's just, I guess it's the way the cookie crumbles. You just can't. But I did want to start for this reading. I am a writer. I do. I do. I love writing. I haven't been Well, today I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to finish some on my new book that I have going, but I decided I'm just going to do little poems of because when I was getting my little downloads, having my coffee and stuff like that, because I'm a medium, I don't have to channel. My guides, I already see them. I talk to them. They're here. I hear them. They're in front of me. I see them. So, my guides were telling me a lot of things. First, they told me about people that are falling behind. And when I mean falling behind, my ancestors said letting in energy vampires, letting people question your self-worth, and things about people not taking accountability. And when I say this, I'm not saying that they did this or they did that. I'm just saying taking accountability of inhumane acts. And I'm not talking about abuse or this or that. I'm just saying like harsh words. I'm just saying maybe deception. Maybe they did something to wrong somebody, and it doesn't even have to be romantically. It could be they stole money from somebody and they couldn't make the rent and they were homeless. These are the kind of inhumane acts that my ancestors have told me about. And some of these inhumane acts that people are doing out there to get even with people are putting other things in jeopardy. Like, for example, you really hate, I don't know, I'm just saying, for example, I will just say alphabet letters, like person A. And they did a bunch of crazy stuff to you, but they have 4 kids. They got maybe a wife and all this other stuff. And you do a bunch of stuff to them, and 4 kids come up homeless, and everyone's living in their car, and you got a self gratification. This is what I'm talking about. And I guess I'm going to emphasize on forgiveness. If they wronged you, Just say, maybe you could come up in a calm conversation, say, you know, you wronged me. I'm getting my stuff together, and you can maybe come in a calm way, but at some point there has to be forgiveness, because if you have rebuttal against one dark act with other dark acts on top of that, it spirals into a dark cycle. And you have a lot of innocent people that had nothing to do with the situation, I guess, involved. And my ancestor said that it's not right. So I get it. You guys are in your egos. Somebody might have cheated on you. Somebody might have took things from you. But I'm here to tell you to think of the bigger picture. Did they do it because it was an act of desperation? Did they do it because possibly, I don't know, did they do it because they were maybe influenced by chemical, like, I mean, drugs? And at that point, you just gotta let it go. And if you were wronged or came about bad circumstances, the universe has a way of balancing out everything. Everything inside of you can be, that happens to you externally, go inward, start your journey, and whatever someone took from you gets replaced. But this person was born into this world for a reason. Even though we dislike them or whatever, they were still born in this world for a reason. And we got to respect that we're not the special ones. We're a blade of grass in the universe, folks. Just a tiny, tiny blade. That's it. And we all have a story. And then one day we see my friend the Grim Reaper, and we're reborn again to a different cycle. And this is the truth of life. So, you guys that are out there that are doubting and doing just a lot of stuff, you got to respect that cycle. And a lot of you don't. You take justice into your own hands, what I'm being told by my mother and my father and a lot of people in my spiritual tribe. So, in my spiritual tribe right now is crossed over the veil. So, they're with me. My mom more fluently because she's more intuitive. My dad, he's more of a warrior soul. He was a military man in this life, and I'm manifesting his funeral and stuff because I got to put his memory to honor, because my dad's an honored warrior. So I have a lot of that energy in me. But anyways, I'm gonna start my poem because this poem came to me before the reading, and I feel like before I start this, if this poem resonates with you or any of the reading, then it's for you, and it's for anybody who stumbles upon these readings. They're called timeless readings for a reason. And it's because you might one day come across the reading and say, oh, I got dog hair in here. But you might come across this and, I don't know, 6 months later and say, oh, wow, that helps. Or it's your situation. Or that reading helped you in the future. These go in between timelines. It's when spirit wants you to have the reading. I don't control these. So, I'm just letting you know. Alright, now we got. This is what came to my head. Bear with me here. Memories flowing through the waves of times. Through the waves of time. Stills the water. Lessons of the past like the calming waters spill over into deceit. Like stagnant bowls, the waters washes over them. So let's see what collectives I'm going to channel for this one. Sometimes I get love readings. Sometimes I don't. It just kind of all depends on, I guess, what my ancestors want me to say. And my ancestors are more of a military strategic people. They care more about the greater good, peace. And there's that old adage saying, I'm going to start my energy signature here. War and peace always go together. I'm an embodiment of peace from both of my parents. So my mother was all about peace, even though she had a rigid energy. And my dad was all about war. And I'm the balance between, I'm the chakra balance between both of my parents. So go figure. That's pretty much what a warrior princess, a warrior queen, and a military king produce. They produce someone like me. And my parents, I will tell you guys this, they're spiritual. Their spiritual familiar, I mean their spiritual self is a dragon. My dad is the spiritual embodiment of a dragon king, and my mom's a spiritual embodiment of pretty much a dragon queen that's very intuitive and will fight to the death for what she believes. So, and she's very peaceful. She represents peace, and my dad represents war. And the union between them was me, and I was an only child, so it makes sense. I finish out, I guess you would say, the Trinity. Mom was peace, my dad was war. I'm going to put my dad to rest and bring peace to him. And now they're together, and my dad's more balanced because that's how it is. And then I'm both. So, but I choose peace. I always choose peace because, friends, when you're dealing with this kind of aggressive energy, it does no good for nobody. And I do mean nobody it does good for. So I just want to just kind of spill upon that. So I don't have to do this whole cleansing ceremony. The dead people are already surrounding me. They actually are excited, and my mom and my dad are here with me, along with my grandmother and other ancestors. Because the spirit world, they watch over. And some spirits stay because they want to make sure their bloodlines are secure. And they will do anything to secure a bloodline because that's what powerful spirits do. And they make sure before they die, they have at least one child that is an embodiment of both. And that's me, folks. I've, I guess, there's been years where I've been depressed, and just a lot of people have died. I've been to more funerals than weddings in my family because everybody seems to just bite the dust very quickly. And I have 4 aunts that died before I even met them. So I pretty much am the last of their bloodline. That's why they all surround me. And they want a better place for all of us, my ancestors. My ancestors want to make this dimension we're in, happy and empowered. And all the oppression from evil and just bad sources, they want it gone. So, alright. I got this. I'm just doing an energy signature on this. That's it. Because I feel like there's a lot of bad vibes in some of these decks, and I gotta see what's going on with people. Because my ancestors are. They're in an uproar with a lot of stuff going on in the world. And I do mean a lot. Alright. Now this one. I'm going to split this in two here. Because I'm doing a collective reading. And some of this is going to be about love, and some of this isn't. Because my ancestors, well, sometimes they're never happy because mom wants peace and my dad wants. He thinks the answers are war all the time. And my parents are like fire and ice, so. Mom will tell me about somebody that shot somebody and it was wrong and a little kid got hurt and this and that. Then my dad will talk about how he would like to teach him a lesson. This is the stuff my family does. But I'm sure that your guys' family is more normal than I guess mine. It's just they're just on a higher level. They've ascended. Some of my family members have ascended 2, 3 times. I've ascended twice in this lifetime. I'm on my second ascension, so sometimes it's hard for me to be around. And when I ascended twice, sometimes it was hard for me to be around people. I'm not gonna lie, because I see deception. And when I see deception, it's just I see sins. I see horrible acts of humanity, and I try not to judge. And sometimes it's really hard. So I'm gonna get another signature reading on this. This is kind of how I like to do things. But yeah, there's a lot of upside down cards on that side. Wow. Okay. A lot of going on today, collective. A lot of going on, especially with a nice dark poem. My dad likes my poetry. Oh, the devil's in the card. Oh, jeez. There is so much deceit. And deceit could take many forms. It could take, God, multiple forms, deceit. And then the backlash of how somebody does things could be bad too. So I'm just gonna shuffle this out. There's just a lot of just disturbing cards in here. It is, well, and it's just, these are just warnings, as I want you guys to be good, happy people. Because how are you supposed to come to the Chong the dog shelter? Because I want to get more than one. If I get really popular worldwide, I would like to have like a Chong the dog humanity. Maybe like something like an organization that goes out and actually helps people in times of need. And maybe some people that have more money than sin could, when I get to that point, could eventually help me also. So let's get 3 from here. I'm hoping that every single one of these are upside down. Okay. I guess my hope, I guess my hope was wrong. Oh, more. Oh, joy and happiness. More of them are upside down. Okay, thank God. Some cards that are upright. This is a good sign. Oh God. There's a lot of conflict going on in this deck. I feel some of it stems with love, some of the conflict is because of love that was blocked for certain people. And some of the conflict could just be within themselves. This is what I'm picking up. But I am very well protected. My parents make sure I'm protected, so I don't worry about these things, but I worry about you guys more because you guys are not as well guarded as me. So, and then there's a lot of people out there that can't talk to dead people. So, how are you supposed to talk to your dead ancestors to let you know that you didn't do something right or you should have made that decision upon another one? So, I mean, this could be an issue also. We're going to split this up. And these are just to get energy signatures on this stuff here. I like to just do that because this is okay. We got a Queen of Cups, Six of Pentacles in reverse, and a Six of Wands for a heat signature there. I go for heat signatures because my parents send me many different signatures because my mother's a busybody. That's what a dragon queen does. She's well kept, well protected, and they're busybodies. So, okay, this is just thank you for your purchase. Okay, King of Pentacles. And we got the Sun. Alright, I think I got all my decks out. And then I got my little animal. These are the ones I actually I take out to read the energy signatures of all of this. This is pretty much all the information from the collective that my parents have been picking up that they don't like. And you know what? Don't take it personally because my parents don't like injustice. Not at all. My parents are like, I don't know. They remind me of policemen. They just go around going, "Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh my God!" That's what my parents do, and then I hear about it later. But this is what they do. These three I actually use to read this signature because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 readings here with an energy signature. So I'm gonna start with this side over here. I'm just going to take all of these here and do this. Alright. Alright. And I'm going to take this one. I'm going to fan this out. And I'm going to leave this here. So I'm thinking about putting my paper here where I got that nice little cone. I don't know about nice, but... And do the reading on top of that so I don't mess up the other heat signatures here. Alright, we got the Queen of Cups upright for this heat signature, I like to call it. And then there's Justice in reverse for this one. And then we got Two of Swords in reverse for this heat signature. And I have, is this 2 or 3? 3 of Pentacles in reverse. That's what this reading is. So I got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 readings, and if any of these don't resonate with you, it's okay. Like I said, maybe try another time. And it might resonate with you. I don't know. I really don't. I mean, it is what it is with the universe. Whenever this universe wants you to see this message, they do run through electronic energy. So this is what spirit does. It it just runs its way. All right, for the first reading, and this is what I actually use is these. And this reads, it takes all the energy from these, and then I can get a clear reading. Because my parents give me a lot of information. Because, like I said, these people, my parents, they can be ridiculous sometimes. And now that they're both together, they're excited and they go around town and they spy on people. This is what my parents do. Anyways, with this reading, the present situation is in the Chariot. And this talks about obstacles, lack of self discipline, confidence or willpower, delays, setbacks, accidents. So, things happen. I'm not feeling that anybody actually got in an accident, but I do feel a car accident. But nobody got hurt. It was more like somebody's car got damaged in here. And I feel the divine, whoever got in this car accident, trying to go see a person or try to make what was right, wrong, right, their car broke down. So if that resonates with you and you had a broken car on your way of trying to do something huge, then this is your reading. Then you got here Knight of Wands in reverse, and that's the past. And this talks about delays, frustration, change, transformation, disagreement, doubt, hasty, impatient, and reckless. This was the past behavior and whatever happened, which I'm picking up. This was some kind of competition. It was about a love situation, but they say love and war go together, so let's go with that. There was a situation with love, and there was just a lot of confusion, and it led to the person didn't think that they could do anything about it, and they were just sad. I'm picking up just real sad energy here, like they chose wrong, and they've been trying to come back, and somehow their car broke down, or there was some kind of somebody hit them or something, or they got dinged or something like that. And then they got, for a future path, it's Seven of Pentacles, and this talks about patience, reward, investment, perseverance, hard work, harvest, fruitation, like, soaring your fruits, results, and progress. That if you keep going on this path, and I guess mom's saying, try to just enjoy the stillness, listen to the universe, and things will come when they're meant to come. You cannot push things before they come. I feel like someone's almost chasing somebody because they just grew tired. And they have to do self-healing and just things like that. But let's get an oracle on this one, because I got 5 more to do, folks. So these are the kind of downloads I get. And you got a nice poem. I always got to put my poetry in there. It calms me down. It helps me resonate through my downloads and understand, I guess. Understanding what kind of resonates here. All right, we got a gibbous moon. You're close to achieving your goals. That's good. All right, let's do this and cut it up again for this reading. All right. I'm gonna mix it up real good so I can feel like I got the right card here. Oh, I think I did. We got a full moon for your past in this situation. And this talks about surrendering to the divine, just letting things pass, learning your lessons, I guess, and becoming a better person. That's what mom says. Mom says to be my mom, my grandma, and everybody's saying, be a better person. Be a better person. It's okay. This will all fade away. Be more humbled. And this person I'm picking up has a little bit of an ego still. And the things about ego is ego will say, don't do that because you're going to be embarrassed, or it's like our defense mechanism. And the thing is, sometimes you got to feel uncomfortable and do the uncomfortable thing to do the better good. I guess the message from this reading. Oh, we got the waxing moon. The energy is gaining momentum. Whatever progress you're doing towards kind of developing your life with this situation, especially the car, I will tell you, was done purposely by the spirits because they want you to sit and think, and they want things done a certain way, and the more you try to do it your way, the more things are going to get broken around your house and things like that. That's what my ancestors are saying. And they want to say that. They said you always sit there and you deny it, and you're in denial, but they're there. You might not believe in them, but they believe in you. And honestly, where do you think you came from? How do we have this path of consciousness? And we're not alone in the universe, so remember that also. You don't want to upset unseen forces. So let's see your animal card here. All right, for your current situation, you got reveal. See, there's something you got going on that you're hiding. So whatever you got going on in your life, which I'm not trying to get into the exact details because if you're the one their car broke down and they're trying to do all this to get to whoever, I feel they're a chaser. If you're chasing somebody, it's saying to reveal. Reveal whatever is under the mask, pretty much. That's the message that I'm getting. And for your past, you got determination, which is good. I mean, determined people get things done. You know, people depend on determined people. And that's important, to depend on people. And to have that kind of strength, where that inner strength where people would depend on you. But you got to be honest with yourself, and you got to drop the ego, because when that ego steps in, people that you love can be hurt by egotistical things that could be borderline narcissistic. Oh my God. All right, if you continue in this path, you got the devil. Or deal. Okay, never mind. Deal. You're going to get a deal. I feel when all this is over and you learn your lesson, you're going to get what you want, but it's going to be through a deal. Maybe like, if I feel like whatever happened here, there was a lot of trust that was gone, but there was still hope. So you got to start from the bottom and build trust. So when all this is over, your dark night of the soul's over and everything else, there's going to be a deal on the table of something you wanted. It's not going to be what you think it was, but you're not going to be able, if it makes any sense to you, if this resonates with you, you're not going to be able to do what you did before because you'll lose more people. That's the message I'm getting. So, which all hope is not lost. I want to just say that all hope is not lost. So please don't think all hope is lost. All right, and we're gonna put these away because that was with that reading and that reading only. Yes, I'm gonna put these. I don't know. Like my one friend's ex used to say, "Up your ass and around the corner." She was so funny. I don't like saying that so much because they're not together. And whenever I say that, he goes, "We're not saying that no more." That's what my brother says. But I think it's funny. Where's your keys at? Up your ass and around the corner. I love that saying, but sometimes I think he needs to do shadow work too. But this is just me speaking. All right, this is the energy signature on this one. I got and these are just energy signature. We got the Seven of Pentacles, the graveyard. Then we got the Six of Wands in reverse. This is just a signature. This is just the energy of it. And then I got the Five of Swords in reverse here. Wow. And the Six of Pentacles in reverse. All right. That's just that's where all this energy is coming from, because this is a lot of energy to deal with at one time. So this is how I like to go about things. Let's bring my Arcanias out on this one now, because I think that's the most important thing, is getting these Arcanias out. So let's go and get this done. Get her done. Isn't that what the... Oh my god, it was... Oh my god, I forgot. That real funny guy in like the 90s one. They were like southern guys, and they always say, "Get her done, get her done." God, it'll come to me. I used to listen to that TV show all the time when I was younger, but I'm old. But anyways, I got the Four of Wands for your past. Which isn't bad. With all this energy going on in your energy thing, it's actually a good happy card, because this is some negative energy, folks. You got graveyards and everything else around you. You've gone through a lot. You're going through it. I feel you're going through it. All right, your current is Six of Wands in reverse. And then you have... I'm going to get a really good shuffle so it feels nice and hot to my hands. All right, and then cut it open. Then I got the Magician for the future path if everything keeps going this way with this energy. That's how I interpret this, with my ancestors yapping in my ear. All right, for your past, You were in the Four of Wands. This is gone, but sometimes if you learn from the past, the future is better. Just like historians say, we repeat the past. It's repetition. So sometimes you got to break the cycle of anything. There's many cycles in life. Anyways, Four Wands talks about satisfaction, milestone, goal, homecoming, reunion, support, security, pride, break, and enjoyment. I don't know. The past seems very peaceful to me. I got a peaceful feel about your past. It's actually pretty happy. And then wow. And now, in the present moment, your heat signature here is in the Six of Wands. Talking about failure, lack of recognition, losing disadvantage, being hunted, ill will, pack mentality, and treachery. Oh wow. Okay, let me get the future course of this path. If all of this energy is going with that, and with all this energy up here going on, I can see why these cards came up. And then for the future path, you got the Magician. It's ability, concentration, alignment of spiritual, mental, material realms, and extroverted. All right, let's talk about this. All right. In the past, you were pretty balanced and happy. Whatever was going on in the past, you were good, and you didn't have any of the stagnant energy and none of this negative energy, also. And then somehow you came across, I feel it's a group of people. I think it was many people chirping in your ear about a situation, something you had to let go. And they were in some, I want to say, illegal stuff. Like, I don't know, something like an easy way of making money comes to mind. And you had to cut people off to be able to do this. And it was all done because you were trying to help your balance over here, which there's some kind of partner you were trying to help. So you did this path of treachery with this group of people. And then you got, I don't know, these people aren't good. Don't talk to them. Cut them off. Talk to those happy people again. That's all I got to say. Then you got the Magician. Then this talks about ability, concentration, alignment of spiritual and material realms. Extroverted. You're doing everything on an outer level. You're not doing anything on the inside. You're not thinking of how, and I guess how I'm asked to say this is, you're not thinking about how it's affecting everyone around you. I feel there's children involved in this situation. They not that anybody was hurt because the universe stepped in and they're not, but you hurt a lot of people's feelings. And the thing is if divine alignment has to come in to do this, you get towers. I don't even have to pick up a tower card to tell you a tower was put up here. Right here, the divine in the spirit realm said, hold up, this is not happening, and you cannot. They don't want this path of extroverted. They want you to go inner, not outer. So they put a block. There's a pathway there. I could see it. And the pathway, it's a door you're trying to get in. And figuratively, I'm seeing a door with, there's a lot of like decorations on it, like hearts and different things. And I want to say it's actually a front door of some place you want to go, but you can't because of all this activity and all this horrible energy around you. So, I don't know, the spirits are telling me to tell you to just stop listening to your ego. Just stop. Because what does ego do for you? Ego does nothing except for chirp in your ear and sabotage. Who wants to be sabotaged? That's all. That's what I'm saying. Sabotage, no good. It's not. Sabotage is terrible. Anyways. Alright. I'm going to put this here for your present. And you got a new moon eclipse on this. And right here with this treachery and all that. And this talks about powerful change. This is something that this is stuff that the divine is putting on you to make you change. Which is pretty much the same thing as the tower. Because I could do better shadow readings than the other ones, I think. It seems to be my, I don't know, specialty. Anyways, let's get a shadow card on your past. Which, I mean, the past is done and gone. So my advice to you is, instead of dwelling on the past, it's like the death. It's like dying. The past. You can't make it come back. You can't do anything. All you could do is reflect and learn and try to make a future. And if you amend your past, sometimes things from your past come and spill over to your future. And if you never amend your past, you never get it back. And you'll never get the people in your past back either at the same time. Oh, this doesn't surprise me, folks. You got North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. That was the past suggestion. You did not want to admit anything. You were being stubborn. Stubborn. And people around you was like, not today, Satan. That's what they were saying. And you felt uncomfortable around them, so you thought they didn't like you. They didn't like the ways. They didn't like whatever way you were coming across. It had nothing to do with you. They actually, I'm feeling with the energy on this reading, that they actually just want you to make amends. And they're putting their foot down in this reading. So, anyways, I'm gonna cut the deck open again. Oh, new moon in Aries for your future suggestion on top of this magician card. You got, it's time to take action. I guess apologize? That's what my family's telling you to do. Apologize. Try to make your future a better place to live, I guess. That's what I'm getting. Try to make your existence happier and better. Alright, now I'm going to do get some more suggestions here and the signatures. Alright, I got. Okay. You got victory. This is victory. So you got a little star there. So you're starting to feel that sting of karma right there for your current. Where were you in the past? Where were you? Let's see here. Because I mean, I don't know you. I just feel your energy. The energy my parents picked up on you. Mastery. I feel you were a person with these kind of cards that was able to get anything done. Very skilled at a lot of things. Protective with core family values. That's coming to my head. Core family values. So just hold on to that family value. And then you got for your future path here, you got cunning. I guess come on, being a little cunning is your future suggestion. You got a victory here. Something happened in here trying to walk through this door where you did enough inner work where you realized where you were supposed to be. Now you got to be cunning and finish whatever it was on that journey that you were supposed to do. And I feel that you'll get rewarded. But nothing's going to be done until then. So that's what I'm getting at there. But I'm telling you, don't run from this tower. Do not run from this tower because you're going to repeat a lot of bad cycles. And right now we have hit with the eclipse, that super eclipse that came a couple years ago. I was at work and I was under the moon and did a little spell work and I empowered this. It was blue. Oh my god. It's a moon opal. It was blue and it turned white after the eclipse. It was powerful. So anything that after that powerful eclipse that went over North America, that was a sign from the divine that everything that was hidden was going to come to pass. So, and now I'm going to do this reading. I'm doing several readings, so whatever one resonates to you is your reading. And some of these other readings may not be yours. But the heat signature in here is Six of Wands. And you got Six of Swords? Yeah, Six of Swords on this reading. A lot of sixes. Maybe it's significant. Then you got the Hangman in reverse. You're really going through it on this heat signature. And then you got the Magician in reverse. There's a lot of stuff going on in this one too. That full moon really, I mean, that eclipse really did affect everybody, apparently. So let me do this and do this reading, and then I'll do the three others because I am going to be babysitting today. So, and then I got to put up my cards because my grandson, I think it's funny. My sketchbook, he knows I love to draw. Got a hold of my sketchbook my 2-year-old grandson Lance. I'm probably going to do a video on with him later, but anywho, I gave him these crayons and everything. He never bothered the pictures that I actually or tried to draw over any of my pictures. He's such a good, happy soul. He actually went around the pictures and he found a blank page and then drew his own. This is what I call kindred spirits. That kid is awesome. And it's funny because he's always looking for chocolate. And I'm like, not today. Not today. And he just looks at me and Chong follows him around the house and then licks him. He's my babysitter. Alright. We got for your current here. We got the Six of Pentacles for your Arcanias. Alright. Then we got, let's go here. Alright. Oh, jeez. In the past, you had the Two of Swords in reverse. Boy, someone was doing a number on you, my friend. Okay. Now let's see what else we get. Let me cut this open now and see where I get here. Alright. We got 7 cups. Alright. Let's examine these. Alright. There's a lot of betrayal and crazy feelings of self-doubt in this energy field. Anyways, you got the 6 of Pentacles. And this talks about giving, receiving, sharing wealth, generosity, charity, assistance, support, acceptance, success. That's your current situation. In the past, which is dead, it is a crazy card, but it's dead. But you got to reflect on that just so you know it's a past. You got 2 of Swords. You had clouded judgment. There was chaos that was around that situation. And I'm picking up some mental abuse, a lot of delays, obstacles, frustration. There was aggression, there was fighting, there was violence around the situation and tyranny. That's what I'm picking up. There was all of this in one. And it did transform you to the 6 of Pentacles, which was giving, receiving, sharing wealth. You just wanted out of that negativity. You said, not today, Satan. All right, anyways. And then there's a 7 of Cups. And this is like if all this follows and nothing changes type thing. You could change the outcome. Anybody could change any outcome. This talks about opportunities, choices, illusion, fantasy, temptation, indulgence, overwhelm, confusion, and deception. You're going to be tested. This 7 of Cups I'm picking up is a test to see if you really changed. So be mindfully aware of the universe is seeing if you actually changed, and they want to know if you changed. So they're going to test the waters on this. So make sure you're making good choices. Because if not, you're going to get a tower and lose everything. You don't want a tower. That's where the universe says, not today, Satan. I'm closing this door for you and put you in timeout. That's what happens. And then you go, well, what the F did I do? And the thing was the ego. Your biggest thing here is ego. Got to work on the ego, my friend. Get self-humbled. You know, maybe talk to a tree. Trees are very wise. I like to be near trees a lot. That's why there's so many pictures of trees. I love forests, animals, trees. I love it all. I'm a lover of nature. That's why I love doing photography so much, folks. Alright, got here. This is the Moon Oracle, the shadow side of this whole situation. Alright, for your present situation, you got believe in the impossible, and this is the blue moon. It's a hopeful card. It's telling you to have faith. Have faith in the process. Have faith in life. Have faith in people. You lack faith. That's pretty much the card that I'm picking up how it means, what it means to you is to have faith. And then we're going to go pick another one. And this is the past, so it says you got the full moon in Pisces, and this talks about balance, spirituality, and practicality. You got to balance the inner and the outer, and it's one lesson you haven't learned yet. Whatever is in your inner landscape, if you're frustrated, everybody knows about it. Everybody goes, oh God, there he goes, he's angry. Let's go have our coffee and run to the or go run to the coffee shop. God, this is what I pick up. Everybody looks at you and goes, oh God, and they leave. So learn and control your inner landscape, I guess, is what my ancestors are telling you to do. Then you got a full moon in Capricorn for the end result if you can control your inner landscape. If for this final test. We got full moon in Capricorn. And this talks about ending tough cycles. And it's the end. I mean, you've been through a lot. This was the worst. There's a little stagnant from this, just spilling over just a little bit from here. But it's going to be cleared out. It really is, because we're going into spring, renewal, happiness, and new life, and just things like that. So just keep in mind that things don't, if it's bad one day, it doesn't mean it's going to be bad the next. I guess that's the message that's resonating with me with this reading. Alright, now I'm just going to pick some cards here. Alright, these are just suggestions that they want you to do to work on all of these arcanias, that all this external circumstances that I guess affected your inner landscape, things to work on that will help you. All right, they want for your past, with all this stuff that went on, all the arguing, and just everybody kind of having this chaotic energy. They want you to heal. You got the heal card. Heal from the past. And to go on you got to stay silent when you're healing and listen to yourself. Listen to your spirit guides, or just listen to Carl Jung or whatever you need to listen to, just to calm you down. If you need to write music, write music. If you want to write a poem, write a poem. And do something to get out that, all those kind of vibrations. And then for your present, you got create. And I was just talking about that. Maybe create something that, I mean, everybody has some kind of ability they have. Everybody is special in that way. Maybe there's something you do that's good. Maybe you build coffee tables, or you make things. It could be something like that. Just something that you do that, that's creative. Doesn't have to be artsy. It could be anything. My son makes coffee tables, and he has a whole entire workshop in his basement, and he does really good woodwork. Could be that. I don't know. Or drawing is something that you do or you don't. So, but create. Learn from this experience. Create. Do something that fulfills you. And then you'll think less about this, and you'll make your inner, and then as you're creating all this stuff, you'll heal your inner self while you're doing it. That's the beautiful part about these kind of transformations. And then your future suggestion is to hunt for your tribe. Tell people, I'm here, what's up, I made this for you. Make them something. I mean, say, I did this for you. You don't have to do anything. I just wanted to give you this. And I bet you'll see good results. But that's the end of that reading. And I hope it didn't make much sense to me. But I honestly hope it makes sense to you, because Being on the other side of these readings like this, I don't know if I got an accurate reading or not sometimes. It's just whatever comes to my head. So, and I'm trying to get more organized with these kind of things, I guess you can say. Alright, and then this was just the heat signature for this reading because I was trying to gather up all the energy from everybody that I was getting downloads from, and it was a lot at one time. Alright, here's the next reading. Alright, we're on number 4. We got an hour in this video. Alright, the heat signature here is Ace of Cups, Knight of Spears, and the Devil. Oh, God. Not today, Satan. Alright, I'm just joking. And then the Hermit. No, Judgment. Oh, my God. Yeah, you got Judgment. Judgment in reverse. So that means something terrible happened to you. You didn't do it, it was done to you. And it was through devilish activity, something that was done just deceitfully to you. All together. Okay, I got a victim here. Okay. I have a true victim in this one. So let's see your one, and let's see where it resonates on this one. So that tells me there that there was some kind of really bad activity and an injustice that was done to you. So I'm speaking to the victim of the situation now. The other one, I was speaking to the other person. All right. All right, I got it. Oh my God, I got the Devil too. Is in your current situation, but in reverse. Wow. Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of scared for you right now. All right. I got to see what all this is about here. Okay, now I'm going to put this so I feel the cards are hot. There we go. All right. Let's get that going. Let's great train going here. All right, we got in your past. We'll start with the past because this is an intensely dark reading here. You got the Knight of Swords, and this talks about imprisonment, victim mentality, negative thoughts, self-imposed limitation, lack of clarity, and anxiety. That was where your energy was in the past. So, and then for your current, you got the Devil in reverse. And this talks about releasing, limiting beliefs, exploring dark thoughts, detachment, freedom, insight, and evil fatality. Okay, all right, I'll get to that in a minute. Then there's the Ten of Pentacles. And this is where your path is going. Wealth. This talks about wealth, financial security, family, long-term success, contribution, legacy, inheritance, ancestry. Okay. Let's go with that. Okay. This I can understand the Knight of Swords because of all of this activity with the Devil here. You had somebody that was a narcissist. I'm picking up narcissist on this one. Not narcissist tendency. He was being a true narcissist to you. And I get it. And I'm picking up you're an empath. So you were probably their number one. Right now you're in this Devil in reverse. You just want to get even. I don't know. You just like, you know what? I'm tired of being a victim. I'm going to do my own thing. That's it. And you are going to get wealth, financial security, and all this, where the 10 Pentacles says you're going to get, but at the cost of what? This is going to happen regardless, but here, speaking from a person that's been through a lot, sometimes to find inner peace, we got to let go and clean house in our shadow. I would suggest for you, if you, since I already know you're an empath, since you're an empath, start your shadow work. Listen to Carl Jung. He's very good at the shadow. Go through your dark night and learn from this, because you got wounds that have opened, ancestral wounds that open, because this person bothered you because it triggered them. And I will tell you that from experience. I was in this kind of situation and I was feeling the devil in reverse, but through my shadow work, I realized I attracted that person and the universe allowed it to teach me a lesson. So I'm giving you that advice because we're kindred spirits. I'm an empath also. And I leveled up on my empath till I became a super empath. And I ended up doing my second ascension. So and I feel like it now, looking back, I'm glad I made that choice. So I want to warn you against these kind of things, because stew on it for a minute and just start listening to videos and take as much time as you need to get yourself balanced, is I guess what I'm saying. Because you got to balance yourself. Balance is the key to everything. All right. All right, the oracle cards. Let's see with your shadow side you have to work on. These are shadow cards for everything that is bothering your inner landscape. I like to call that. They help you clean house. So, all right. In the past, your shadow was in full moon in Gemini. And this talks about answers that you need that are coming to you. Everything from your past that you were angry about is going to come to you. The universe is going to bring those answers to you, but in their own time. You got to be patient. And then you got the devil. With this devil in reverse, the shadow side of that is a new moon of Scorpio. And this talks about working through fears. So you got to work through your fears. How I like to do it is, if you get really scared about something, like when I first started live streaming, because I was scared to go in front of the camera. I always thought I was ugly and nobody would like me and all this stuff. I forced myself to do live streams and stuff to get over my fears. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations that are safe, of course, and start doing it more and more, and you'll be less uncomfortable with things, and I feel you'll be better off. And you'll start seeing what your own self-worth is and everything. And then if you stay on this path with this 10 of Pentacles with your wealth, you got a new moon in Capricorn. Talk about hard work paying off. I feel that is how you're going to get this wealth, is if you work through your fears and you let go all of the devil mentality going on. Which I'm not judging. We all get a devil mentality because we get angry and we just say, F you. I don't care about this. What are you talking about? Bye. Or bye, Felicia. I already said, like that Ice Cube thing. I've seen shirts like that. I love Ice Cube. I think he's a very good actor, very good rap artist, very good. He even and he writes script plays, everything. It's just he's great. Anyways, let's get your intuitive messages on here. All right, you got create. Oh wow, another create. All right, then you got mystery. All right, and then family. Okay, that's a happy card for you. All right, the universe is saying your past was full of mystery. You know, we're all a story. We're a blade of grass in the universe. You had a lot of mystery going on, a lot of wicked stuff around you. But let it go. And it's telling you to work through your fears and create. I don't know if you're got any projects going on. I don't know, at work or social media or whatever. Now's the time to do it. Let that you take all that process, all that negative energy, say get out of here, use it and use it for something good. And then you have with this new moon in Capricorn, with this energy coming in with the wealth, you got family. You're gonna have deep family connections if you go about this the right way. You go about this the wrong way, you're not going to have good connections with your family, and it may separate you from your family, in fact. So, if this resonated with you, I do suggest that you go and maybe reevaluate and find out what's important in your life and see what you need to do to fix past things, I guess. All right, let me get the heat signature for this. It's just quicker than doing all this other stuff, and I guess it's easier when you see the dead people. All right, anyways, now we got King of Pentacles for this heat signature. We got the Six of Sphinx in reverse with the little hands. It's the hands trying to come in, but they can't. And then you got the Ten of Cups in reverse. And this is just the heat signature of everything that has been going around you. And then I think this is the king. Is it? No, it can't be. Alright. Alright, this is the King of Pentacles here. This is that energy is right there in your field too. Alright, now let's start your reading. If this resonates with you, it's yours. If it's not, it's for someone else. And I guess don't take the stuff that I say because there was 6 of these, and 6 of these are for, different groups of people. Because I just don't do one reading for one person. I do it for a lot of people at once. A lot. So, alright, I'm just trying to get my cards where they feel hot again. Usually my neck over here starts getting really hot when the energy's ready and it's stewed enough. Alright, my neck got hot, so we're good. Alright, now present. Past. And then we'll do future path. Alright. Okay. Alright, let's go with this now. Alright, we got for the present, I got the Queen of Wands in reverse. And this talks about being introverted, reestablished sense of self, passion, project haste, scattered energy, delays, frustration, and doubt. That's where you're at now. In the past, you were in the Six of Pentacles. This talks about giving, receiving, sharing wealth, generosity, charity, assistance, support, acceptance, success. So you had real good energy here, and then it got stagnant here. Then you got Page of Pentacles. This talks about manifestation, financial opportunities, skill development, learning, ambition, diligence, and practicality. Okay. I'm picking up you were an overgiver. Like, you would just say, hey, I got this. Oh my God. Here, let me do this for you. You were helping out too much. You didn't have any boundaries up. None. There was no boundaries. And someone took advantage of that. And I want to say it was a partner. And it just destroyed your inner landscape. And speaking from a person that this happened to, I get it. It will just, you feel like you're just half dead. And then you got the Queen of Wands. This is where it's the introverted, reestablished sense of self, passion project, haste, scattered energy. I had all this. So that's where you're at because of, I want to say it's a betrayal. Honestly, I'm calling it out. Somebody cheated on you. And they just didn't cheat. They found a whole other person. And you don't know what to do. There's nothing you could do because everyone's allowed to break up with whoever they want to break up with, but you feel left out in the cold. You did all this stuff for that person and they just left you like you were yesterday's garbage. That's what I'm picking up. And then you got Page of Pentacles. And this talks about manifestation, financial opportunities, skill development, learning, ambition, diligence, and practicality. I'm saying that they want the spirit. My ancestors want you to rebuild. They want you to rebuild and say, "Not today, Satan." That's what my ancestors want you to do. Let's get these oracle cards out on this. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with rebuilding. Go to dust. Go start your shadow work. Let your inner self, while you're doing the shadow, let it bring you to dust, to nothing, and be a diamond when you're done. Be a beautiful diamond, shiny and bright. It took me months, but I'm a diamond now. Through deceit, death, people saying I was dead when I wasn't, I became a diamond in the end. And I feel like at the time, I feel like the experience was very horrifying at times, but it uplifted me where I need to be. So, and I know it's hard for you, my friend, to see that now, but in months that go past, you'll see it. And it's going to be lovely, and you're going to be like, wow, this is so wonderful. I feel so good about myself. I mean, I'm happily single. I don't think I want to date anyone for a long while. I kind of just like being by myself with my dog Chong. So that's just where I'm at, but there's nothing wrong with that. Taking a step back in life just to see what you personally want. Because your journey is about you, not other people. Some people might help you along in your journey, but your main journey is for you. It's not for other people. Obviously protect the ones you love. If you have kids, obviously do not abandon your children. That goes beyond words, but But what's the shadow side of this? You got a void of course moon for the suggestion on the Six of Pentacles. Where you were being overly too nice and not guarding your boundaries. Whoever you had in your past that was doing a lot of stuff, nothing's coming of that situation. It's just gone. The situation itself is gone. It was taken out. Sometimes the universe will take things out of your life that don't suit you at that time. So, sometimes they come back and sometimes they don't. It depends on the person in that journey. And you got to realize that. It's if you love them and you guys had a connection, you just want it back. But let's say they're on a horrible path, the universe is not going to put you in danger. So, this void of course moon saying the past is gone. Mourn it. Say that, pretend you're at a funeral. Just pretend that it's just your former self. It's the death of your former self. Say, I'm not going to overgive. I'm going to be selective. I'm going to have boundaries. That's what you need to do. Just have those boundaries and everything else because you can't give to no one. I guess I'm trying to word this right. You can't give to anybody having positive effects if they think that they don't have to change and you're just going to bail them out. I feel you bailed out a lot of people. So don't do it. Think of yourself and be selective of who you help and don't help anybody unless you have the money to help them. They told me to tell you that. And then for your present, with this Queen of Wands in reverse, where the scattered energy delays, you got full moon Scorpio, and that doesn't surprise me. That means it's time to get rid of your negative energy. Any kind of thoughts of all of this depression and regret, let it go. Let it go. Give it to the moon. Give it to God. Give it to something. Don't keep it in there because that's what's holding you back. It's holding you back from a lot of things. And, just start the process. And the universe will provide a way to help you if they know you're trying on that journey. And then for the Page of Pentacles, and this talks about manifestation, financial opportunity, you got a new moon in Virgo. And it's telling you to give, but manifest, learn, give your wisdom. I'm getting that from that. Give your wisdom to people around you. Instead of giving your finances where people are going to start taking advantage of you, give your wisdom. And then people that really appreciate your self-worth, these are the people, your tribe, that will go around you and say, you know what, she's awesome. I'm getting feminine energy off you, but you could be a masculine that I'm talking to that's kind of in that loving, nurturing energy. So you could be a man or woman, but that's what I would do. Just give your wisdom and guidance. The universe is not calling for you to have everyone take advantage of you. Just give your wisdom and guidance and guard your finances. That's what I'm getting. Mom says, for God's sakes, guard the finances. Because, maybe get yourself a dog. They're loyal, they're nice, and they help you on a healing journey. Animals in general. But dogs and cats they'll help you. They really will. Alright, now. Alright, we got. These are just other suggestions here. I like these little animal cards here. Let me get another hot signature in here. Alright. Alright. You got play. And then you got believe. Oh my god. We got a nice little deck here. Okay, with this, nothing will come of the situation. They're just saying, you know what? Be a kid again. Play. Find your inner child. I like to call this the inner child card. I found my inner child and I have never been happier. Then you got for this, it's time to release negativity in your full moon Scorpio. You got provide. Provide for yourself. Do not I feel you gave a lot to a lot of people. You've helped them out a lot with a lot of opportunities and stuff, and sometimes you fell short. But put yourself first for once. Take care of your children, your family, but take care of yourself also. I feel like you don't take care of yourself. And then with this new moon in Virgo, believe. Believe there could be good things out there. But you got to attract them. Get your frequency higher. And the more you think positive, the higher your frequency goes. That was happened to me. My frequency went out the roof when I fully finished. And I didn't think I was doing anything, folks. I didn't. I didn't think anything was coming. I felt like I was taking all these baby steps. And one day, poof, I felt better. So that's how that goes, I guess. Okay, let's take all these heat signature cards because they don't apply to any other deck. I'm going to put these here and just put these away for maybe tomorrow's readings. All right, let me get more of these heat signature cards of all the stuff that's going around in this one, in this group of people here. All right, we got 9 of Wands. Yeah, 9 of Wands. Then we got the reverse 4 of Cups for the heat signature on this one. And then the Sun. Oh my god, a happy card. Yay. And then you got the 4 of Swords in reverse. Okay. This is a good one. Alright, let's see the Arcanians on this. Let's get all this together for the Arcanians. We're on my last reading. So after this, I'll be stopping the taping and uploading it on YouTube. And I hope you subscribe to me because I would love you to be a part of my tribe. I'm trying to attract kindred spirits to Chong the dog because maybe one day you can volunteer at my dog shelter. I think that would be exciting. And then I can meet all you guys and we could be a happy tribe and maybe drink some coffee together. I don't know. I'm just talking silly. Alright. Alright. We got 5 of Swords in reverse for your current. 6 of Swords for your past. And 10 of Cups, not in reversed, for your future. Alright. Let's go with the past here. I like to start the past so you know why you got to the future. You got the 6 of Swords, and this talks about resistance to change, unfinished business, exhaustion, burnout, stagnation, isolation, and loneliness. You were put out in the cold in the past. And then you're currently in 5 of Swords. Talks about reconciliation, making amends, forgiveness, harmony, dialogue, peace, resolution, and understanding. That's where your current energy is if you're listening to this reading now. Or if you come across it and decide to click on it. And if you did, thank you. But then you got the 10 of Cups that's in your pathway. And this talks about gratitude, wish come true, abundance, enjoyment, celebration, harmony, balance, and success. This is all in your path, but I feel a tower everybody talks about towers. I used to listen to the Cooking Network, and it was David. His name was David. He's so funny. He used to say, "Shut the front door." Whenever I think of a tower, I just that his voice in the kitchen with David. He's so good. He was, the selling products and all that, but I liked him. He was a chef and everything. But anyways, he always used to yell, "Shut that front door." With I feel this is a masculine energy. Somebody that was operating in a masculine energy or identifies himself as a male or something. Or a female that's just in their masculine side. It could be any of them. But this was done in masculine energy. It's like you were stubborn, you're resistant to change, you have unfinished business, you're exhausted, you're burnt out, and there was a no contact here, and which led you to isolation and loneliness. And this is the past, and you're still kind of in that, and the universe wants you to make amends, and so there could be forgiveness and harmony for that whole situation, and you're not doing it. That's the thing. So they said, shut the front door and put you in timeout and threw a tower on you and said, you're going to do this or you're going to stay exactly like this and you ain't going to the 10 of Cups. And they can do that. We're in, as much as we're in control of our own destiny, other people are controlled of our past if it affects other people. Keep that in mind. All right, now we're going to do shadow. The shadow deck here, because you can't, what's on the outside is on the inside, because I'm dealing with somebody that didn't integrate their shadow. So what's going on your inner landscape is something totally different than what's on the outside of it. So let's find out what's in the inner landscape here. You're in a new moon in Scorpio. You're scared. You're scared and you want to run. I'm picking that up right away. What are you running from? I mean, it's only forgiveness and saying, I messed up, but I'm moving on with my life and I'm doing this. I mean, as long as you got a roof over your head and got some money in your pocket and a plan for your life, you can be good all by yourself if it had to come to that. You don't need other people to validate your existence. You don't. I don't need anyone to validate mine. I can sit here and be alone to the end of time, and I would still be up here making videos for you guys, and it wouldn't bother me at all. This is where you got to be. Just got to hit sovereignty where nothing bothers you. You're just going to go and whatever life hits you. All right. All right. Oh. Okay, this doesn't surprise me. You're a runner. Did you win a marathon? I'm joking. I am so joking. Anyways, I do have a canny sense of humor. Alright, you have the Five of Swords. With this Five of Swords, making amends and forgiveness and causing disharmony and taking away someone's peace so they can't have any resolution. You got a new moon Scorpio for your suggestion. And this talks about working through your fears. Whatever you're scared of, you just got to do it and get it over with so you don't think it's that scary. It's like going to the dentist. You're so scared, you're thinking you're gonna come out and it's gonna be like one of those B horror movies. And Then you come out of the dentist office and you go, man, it wasn't really that bad. I mean, yeah, they stuck some needles in me, but it didn't hurt that bad. And then you got some work done on your teeth. I mean, I'm a person that's been to the dentist a couple times. I'm going to be income tax time. I'm going back to the dentist. So this is why I refer to the dentist. Because I don't like the dentist and I'm afraid of doctors. I fear them. I don't like them. I'm just afraid they're. I know you're there, and I have good insurance, but sometimes I just don't like them, which I should because I should be grateful to be going there. But anyways, you got a gibbous moon, and this talks about being close to achieving your goal. I mean, there's resistance to change and unfinished business, but finish it up. You're close, and you did some of it, so why not do it all? I guess what I'm saying. And then for the path that you're going, which they said shut the front door and put a tower right here. You went here in here and you cannot go to this 10 of cups. Cannot until you make amends. And for whatever reason, they're forcing you to do it. So, not me, universe speaking. I only give the information. That's it. Anyways, with this 10 of cups where you get a wish cruncher, abundance, enjoyment, celebration, harmony, balance, success, you have to have adjustments. Adjustments in your life have to be made, and boundaries, you got to make boundaries within yourself that you're not going to do these devilish things. You got to say not today, Satan. If you don't say not today, Satan, and you don't hold in your anger and all that, I mean, you'll have money. I'm not saying that the universe is going to make sure you don't have money and all that, but it's not going to be like the kind of money you would have if you do everything they're asking so you can open up that door to go here. It's like walking into another room. That's how I think of these cards. I just think of them all in a different way, I guess. But anyways, let's move onward and upward here. These are your suggestions. And Mr. Runner, if stop running, face your fears, and create balance and harmony. I guess that's what I'm going to say here because I know you're the runner. I feel it. Oh my God, we got death. Okay. That just confirms the shut the front door. Okay. Let's see what it gives here. Alright, you got collaborate for the past. Alright. These are suggestions. Alright, and this is a suggestion for that door that was evidently closed because they did not. The spirits don't like how you acted. So. Alright. You got disguise. Alright. For your current, you got death. That means it's the end of this cycle. Whatever you were doing, the universe put an end to it. You can't move past death. Death is death. This cannot. All you're running from all these this situation and making amends literally puts you in the death card. So that says it there. In the past, they wanted you to collaborate with others because you got to collaborate for the past. They was hoping you collaborate and find a higher understanding. Then you got, for your future one, to disguise. And they're telling me disguise and discard also. So I guess we're saying about what I'm picking up with this disguise. everything you disguised about yourself, everything, like everything that was under that mask, like I'm picking sexual habits that was disguised, and just your inner landscape of anger and liking to see people fighting and stuff and doing a lot of drama. Causing drama. I'm getting causing drama. It's like you're in the room and your negative energy comes in and you're going, man, look at that shirt. Oh my god. I'm hearing overinflated ego. Everything your ego has disguised, discard. Because this death card gave you a tower. And that is the only way to reverse this. You will keep going around about in a circle and hit the death card, and I feel you did it with another woman. When you ran with somebody else. There was a third party also. And you're putting the third party through the exact same thing you put the first party through. And then if you take that third party and get a fourth party, the numbers are going to keep going up until you did everything that you were disguising from that mask, you just discard. That's the message I'm getting. So you're only in the cycle of 2, but if you get in the cycle for 3 to 3, you're gonna have to make amends for more than just one person. It's gonna be several people, and you might be 60 years old before the cycle's done. So, my friend, try to make amends. Maybe start with some psychology videos. Maybe start talking to more healthy people, not the toxic people. And don't worry so much about your personal happiness behind this mask and watching people suffer for your actions. Take accountability for all the actions you did and stew in it and get it out of the way and move on with your life. And what will be, will be. So, just like John Lennon, that one song I forgot. But yeah, just let it be after that. And things will attract back to you. But if you're already on body number 2, so you're repeating the cycle with number 2. So the more bodies that you start accumulating, the more people that won't come back. Once you get third party, and then that third party leaves you, and then the first and third party are up for the tower, and you go to the third person, they're up for a tower, and then the fourth person, most likely some of these people aren't going to come back because they can't, because that's too many people in one's life. So that's my advice today to you guys, and I hope I helped raise some awareness today. And I'll be babysitting, and I'm going to do some fun videos. And probably with my grandson Lance, because their parents said I can put him on YouTube and take videos of them. They know I do social media, so I love you guys, and I hope you guys are having a good day, and I hope you guys heed the advice from the spirits and be happy and listen to your higher self. And